Hello friends, welcome to Anant Biomedical, a platform where we discuss all about emerging healthcare technologies. So let's talk about today's topic, which is how much do we know about vaccines and how they are stored. Before I even begin this video, please listen to this message very carefully. Vaccines are absolutely essential for our health and they have the ability to fight against some of the worst diseases. But they must be stored properly for them to be effective to fight against these deadly diseases. So proper storage of vaccines is a must. Coronavirus, the hottest topic of discussion in the year 2020, and the next hottest topic of discussion, coronavirus vaccine. But how much do we actually know about vaccines and how they are safely stored? So what are we waiting for? Let's get going. So let's try and understand what vaccination is. Vaccination is a simple, safe and effective way of protecting people against infectious diseases. And what it does is it uses your body's natural defenses to build resistance against these infections and therefore makes your immune system stronger. Vaccines train your immune system to create antibodies just as it does when your body is exposed to infections. However, because vaccines contain only killed or weakened forms of viruses or bacteria, therefore they do not put you at risk of complications or at risk of developing any sort of disease. Most vaccines are given by injection, but some are given orally by mouth or sprayed into the nose. So let's see, why is vaccination important? Vaccination is a safe and effective way to prevent diseases and save lives, now more than ever. Today, there are vaccines available to protect against numerous diseases such as influenza, tetanus, diphtheria, and measles. When we get vaccinated, we are not just protecting ourselves, but also those around us. There is a group of people who are seriously ill and they are advised not to take certain vaccines. So they depend on us to get vaccinated and help reduce the spread of diseases. So let's see, how does a vaccine work? Vaccines reduce risks of getting diseases and illness by working with your body's natural defenses to build protection. When you get vaccinated, your immune system responds to it. But how does getting a vaccine helps your immune system to respond to it? Firstly, it recognizes the invading germ such as bacteria or virus. It then produces antibodies. Antibodies are proteins that your body produces naturally to fight against diseases and infections. And lastly, it remembers the disease and how to fight it. So if in the future you come across this germ again, this virus or this bacteria, your body remembers how to fight it and therefore prevents you from becoming unwell. The vaccine is therefore a safe and clever way to produce immune response in the body without causing illness. Our immune systems are designed to remember. Once exposed to one or more doses of vaccine, our body typically remains protected against the disease for years, decades, or even a lifetime. Rather than treating a disease after it occurs, vaccines prevent us from getting it in the first instance. When a person gets vaccinated against a disease, their risk of getting infection decreases manifold and therefore their chances of transmitting the disease to other people also decreases manifolds. As more people in a community get vaccinated, there is less a chance of passing the pathogen from person to person and therefore less people remain vulnerable. Without vaccines, we are at risk of getting serious illness and disability from diseases like meningitis, diphtheria, pneumonia, influenza, and now even COVID. Many of these diseases can be life-threatening. WHO estimates that vaccines save between 2 and 3 million lives every year. But what are the reasons for why we should get vaccinated? There are two key reasons for why we should get vaccinated. Firstly, to protect us from deadly diseases, and secondly, to protect those around us. Because not everyone can get vaccinated, including very young babies, people who are critically ill, or people with certain allergies. So they depend on us to be safe from diseases that are vaccine preventable. So now let's see, how are vaccines developed and tested? The most commonly used vaccines have been around for decades, with millions of people receiving them safely every year. As with all medicines, every vaccine should go through rigorous and extensive testing to make sure that they are safe to be used before they are introduced in a country. An experimental vaccine is first tested on animals to ensure its safety and potential to prevent diseases. The vaccine then undergoes human clinical trials in three main phases. In phase 1, the vaccine is given to a small number of volunteers to assess its safety, to make sure that it generates an immune response, and to determine the right dosage of the vaccine. In phase 2, the vaccine is given to hundreds of volunteers and they are closely monitored for any side effects and to ensure that the vaccine is generating good immune response against the disease. In this phase, data is also collected whenever possible on disease outcomes. In phase 3, the vaccine is given to thousands of volunteers, some of whom receive the investigational vaccine and some of whom do not, just like in the phase 2 trials. Data from both the groups is compared carefully to see if the vaccine is safe and effective to fight against the disease it is designed to protect against. Once the results of clinical trials are available, a series of steps including reviews of efficacy, safety and manufacturing for public health policy approvals are required before these vaccines can be introduced into national immunization program. Following the introduction of vaccine, close monitoring continues to detect any unexpected adverse side effects and to also see how positively the vaccine is impacting large groups of people. So now that we have understood what vaccines are, what do they do, why is it important to get vaccinated, and all these points about vaccines, I think it's high time that we understand what ingredients do vaccines actually have. All the ingredients in a vaccine play a very important role to make sure that the vaccine is safe and effective when used on people. So the ingredients of a vaccine include firstly the antigen. This is a killed or weakened form of virus or bacteria which actually trains our body to recognize and fight the disease if our body encounters this virus or bacteria in the future. Second ingredient is adjuvant, which boosts the immune system. So this means that adjuvants help the vaccines work better to protect us against viruses and bacteria. Third ingredient is preservative, which ensures that the vaccine stays effective and safe. And fourth ingredient is the stabilizer, which protects the vaccine during storage and transportation. Let me also tell you that many of the components in a vaccine occur naturally in the body, in the environment, or in the food that we eat. Okay, so now let's see how safe these vaccines are. Vaccination is safe and side effects from vaccines is extremely rare and temporary, such as sore arm or mild fever. More serious side effects can happen, but they are extremely rare. Any licensed vaccine is rigorously tested across multiple phases of trials before it is introduced, and once introduced, it is regularly reassessed to look for any side effects or any problems that it might be causing, which is extremely rare. Remember, you're far more likely to be seriously ill by a vaccine preventable disease than by a vaccine itself. The benefits of vaccination greatly outweigh the risks, and there would be a lot more illnesses and deaths without vaccinations in place. Now, for vaccines to be safe and effective, it is very important for them to be stored properly, because without properly being stored, they lose their efficacy and therefore lose their efficiency in helping us fight against the target diseases. Many vaccines have highly specific storage requirements that, if not met, greatly reduces the efficacy of the vaccines and even render them inefficient completely. Vaccines must be stored properly from the moment they are manufactured until they are administered ultimately. But whose responsibility is the safe storage of these vaccines? It is the shared responsibility of the manufacturer, the distributor, and the healthcare providers. The vast majority of vaccines should be stored at between 2 degrees to 8 degrees Celsius in a refrigerator, with the average preferred at 5 degrees Celsius, although some may remain frozen between -15 to 50 degrees Celsius. Additionally, many vaccines should be protected from light and are appropriately packaged to make sure that UV light can't damage them. Vaccines should be stored within a pharmaceutical refrigerator which is specifically designed for storing vaccines and medicines. Why? Because these pharmaceutical refrigerators provide stable, uniform and controlled temperature throughout the unit. So we talked about how these vaccines should be stored to make sure that they are properly stored at proper temperature and that they are efficient when they are administered to people. But how do we make sure that these refrigerators, which are designed or designated to store these vaccines, are actually working correctly, to ensure that these vaccines are stored at proper temperature and that these vaccines are actually efficient? So firstly, let's talk about the refrigerator thermometer. The vaccine refrigerator must be continuously monitored to ensure that the temperature of the refrigerator remains within the specified range of +2 to +8 degrees Celsius. This should be carried out using a calibrated maximum minimum digital thermometer that will help assess the current temperature of the refrigerator, but also record the highest and the lowest temperature over a period of time. So now let's talk about monitoring refrigerator temperature on a daily basis. How should this be done? The designated vaccine supervisor or their deputy is responsible to ensure that the staff dealing with the storage of vaccine or taking the daily temperature record and resetting the maximum minimum thermometer are capable of doing that, and that it is done properly in the practice or clinic or unit. Now comes the very important point, which is checking the performance of the refrigerator or the thermometer. Calibrated electronic temperature logging devices that are suitable for measuring the temperature of the refrigerator and the refrigerator thermometer, which are available from a number of suppliers, should be used in order to make sure that these refrigerators are working properly and that these vaccines are stored properly and they are efficient to be used at the point that they are actually used on people to save them from numerous illnesses and infectious diseases. Everyone, right from immunization managers, cold chain managers, and clinical engineering departments, are all responsible to make sure that these vaccines are properly stored during each stage of the supply chain. Now let's try and understand what happens to vaccines that are stored incorrectly. When vaccines are not stored correctly, they stop working efficiently. Their potency is highly interrupted because they are outside the correct range of temperature that they should be stored at. Once the potency of a vaccine is lost, it does not return and the vaccine becomes spoiled and useless. If the vaccine is ineffective, it can lead to a whole host of issues, like the patient not being fully protected against the disease that the vaccine is supposed to fight against. Vaccines are highly temperature sensitive, especially the live vaccines like measles, and they are negatively affected if the temperature goes too high. As you can imagine, destroyed vaccines cost money and replacing these vaccines is very expensive. Vaccines must therefore be stored at the right temperature right from the production to when they are administered to the patients to make sure that they are doing the job that they're supposed to do of fighting against the diseases and of fighting against the germs like bacteria and viruses and preventing us from various diseases and illnesses. So before we end this video, I would like to re-emphasize on the point that it is extremely important for vaccines to be stored at right temperature, because if they are not stored at the right temperature, then they are not effective and they are not ready to fight against the diseases that they are actually supposed to fight against. Vaccines provide protection from some of the world's worst diseases and they are absolutely essential for our health. But they must be stored correctly if they are to be effective. If you are responsible for storing vaccines, make sure that you use a well-calibrated and maintained medical fridge and a calibrated maximum minimum digital thermometer to make sure that you get daily recordings. This would mean that the vaccines are 100% effective when they are used on people and that they are serving the purpose that they are meant to serve. Please like the video if you found the information useful. Comment to let us know what you would like to hear from us in the future. So please suggest the topics and also subscribe to remain up to date with all the upcoming interesting healthcare related videos. Bye for now until we meet next time.